Hey fam, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining me in this tarot reading. This is going to be for all signs. No worries, it's all good. What kind of positive vibes are you looking forward to today? Okie dokie, as per usual, I have already shuffled the decks and we're going to begin with the archetypals. Boop. What do we got? The box. I prefer to think of the box as glass or something clear, you know what I mean? And one of the sides is a door that can open. And it's been a minute since I've seen this card, but I'm pretty sure that this is a coaxing, that it's time to stop observing. It's time to join in once more. We all live, to some degree, within the confines of the box. This archetype represents everything that is known, anticipated, and expected. Running theme. It holds us in place while simultaneously holding us back from our greatest visions. The box is sneaky, insidious, and everywhere, limiting us at the most unconscious levels. It is built of layer upon layer of social constructs and pressures. Breaking through its confines requires awareness, continued effort, and bravery. The box may appear as expectations from parents, a well-paying but heartless job, the pressure to look or behave like others, or simply to stay small. There is a box around you now, made of some type of confining thought. What is it? The box shifts and morphs as we grow. This is part of its multi-layered nature. Once you break through one layer, another will present itself to you. Keep going. Break through. An exquisite life requires it. Boosh. I like to remind people that you can have as many fresh starts and new beginnings as you want. This is your life. And as long as you're the one in the driver's seat, I have nothing to complain about. Let's go ahead and check the oracle cards. Boosh. We keep seeing this card and it makes me so happy. What's on the bottom? Aw, yeah, you already have all the answers. No matter how hopeless you may be feeling at this moment, know this: you can and will survive whatever trials you've been put through. From the ashes of the past, you shall create a storybook ending filled with beauty and resilience. I know that I keep seeing it and I'm still reading from the book because I like it. I love it. I love that card so much. It's a lovely reminder that we're not done yet, right? That, you know, hopefully we continue to evolve. You know, maybe there's going to be a fresh layer to this onion, but we're just going to keep blooming, all right? Like, what? Right? Challenges begin to look different the further you go. Things begin to affect differently, or no longer at all, the further you go. And that's the good stuff, fam. That's the good stuff. So whatever it is that has held you back, may we let it go. Be free and evolve. Move on. It's time. There's so much noise going on in and around my house right now. It's like, what, 1 a.m.? 1 a.m. exactly. And Yeah, Satur. No word of a lie. There was a kitty laying next to me when I began, and I set everything up and was like, all right, let's do this. And I look at her, and she's looking all around me as though she was seeing things. And then she looks at me, and I'm like, hey, what's up? Bam. It's clarification time. Yeah. Listen, this is YouTube. We're going to lighten the mood. Those who know me know that this is the Two of Swords. And guess what the Two of Swords is doing? Not being a part of this conversation. Hey, moving on. We've made our choices. We haven't changed our minds. Chapter 1. Oh my goodness gracious. Maybe for some this is present tense, but this time, this is beginning to feel like past tense. You were worried, and you've been shaking it off. You pushed open the door to that cage. You've had a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of nights where you had great days and stuff, but then you got into bed and your brain wouldn't shut off, right? And you've been catching yourself like, why? Why is my brain still doing this? This isn't necessary. I don't want to be in that realm anymore, right? And if you are still here, if this is your present, why? This is connected to the box. This is your flames that you need to rise from. Accept your happily ever after and live it. It's time. Chapter 2. Yeah, there we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. You've been doing the work, growing, healing, mastery. Whether it's for a new job, maybe you've gone to school, maybe, but you've separated yourself from distractions or have been separated from distractions so that you can hone these skills and you can master what you're trying to do. There's focus and dedication being represented 8, 9, 9, chapter 3. Motherfucking 10, fam. There we go. See, this is a new cycle. Running theme much. The odds are now in your favor. Everything is going to work out. You need to stop worrying about it. You need to stop, don't already make assumptions and judge yourself for what you're doing. I've said this before, so I'm sorry to repeat for the returners, but if you're doing a piece of art and you're just sitting there like, oh, this looks like crap and stuff, dude, you're not even done. Hello? I know you can see it in your mind how you want things to be, but you need to get rid of those expectations that there've been, go ahead and watch the other readings. That's been a theme lately. Let go of expectations. Let go of the societal norms that have been pushed on you and figure out who you are and what you want. How would you feel if you were free? Free to live your life as you please, rather than tethered or having your wings clipped, Phoenix. Fuck that. Chapter 4. There's a big difference between feeling like you're in the dark and have no idea what's going on, and being open to all of the wonderful possibilities that are probably better than you could have ever hoped for. What if the worst really is behind you? Because the rest of your life is waiting for you. What have you been working toward, if not joy and love and mutual respect and support? Vibe matching vibe. It takes a lot of strength and determination to make it through this, even when you don't know the outcome, even when you let go of assuming any outcomes. Don't get confused about the difference between daydreams and imagining how things can be in the end, and knowing how you would feel if everything worked out, however it works out, as long as it's for the greater good, right? Don't lose sight of that Neville Goddard quote that I keep throwing around because I love it. How would you feel if you were free? Free from expectations, free from the bonds that held you back, free of those dark nights of the soul. These are two completely different cards, even though 9 and 9 creates 18, right? They're just different. And 8 and 10 creates 18. Let fate and karma do its thing. Quite frankly, if there are things you need to, that you owe for, handle it with grace. It's not going to be as bad as you feared. Why? Because you don't want it to be. And you have that choice. You need to let it go. Keep going. No matter how dark it gets. No matter, like, I know we like to plan. We like to prepare. Don't spoil your journey because you're afraid. This is still your life. You still have free will, and the universe and all of this good is going to work out for you as long as you open yourself up to it. Look at this path. That's the other aspect of this card. We started from the bottom and now we're at the top, right? Handling that animalistic nature and rising above. Dealing with the dualities, the yins and yangs, and rising up into that singularity, right? You've come so far already. Honor that. You have nothing to fear. You've survived all of that. And we're moving on. What's going to come up underneath the 9 of Swords? The 5 of Swords. This has been so much betrayal and deception. So many cords have needed to be cut. People taking you for granted, people taking advantage of you, people telling you what to do and who you are, as if they know. How often do people make incorrect assumptions about you, fam? I know it's not just me. That's impossible. That's not how humanity works, right? Oh, Psychology 101. Hey. It can be good, it can be scary. If they wanted, you know, it's like when you're the light, moths are drawn to the flame, right? But if they're not going to match your energy, if they're not going to be capable of unconditional love, which in my opinion is the only version of love, the real version of love, the true version, then they can get on out of here. And you can love them at arm's length. I'm always going to be willing to remind you of that. They can get off your teats, fam. Pardon my language. It doesn't mean you need to be a douche nozzle. No one needs a douche nozzle. Talk to your doctor, Barb. No one. You can handle it with grace. Okay? You've come a very far way, a very long way. No backsies. So if they're in the rear view, that's on them. That's their journey. Those are their choices. You know what you're doing, or else you wouldn't be so determined, and this wouldn't even be allowed. Remember, the Two of Swords isn't in this conversation. You've made your choices. Hey, what's coming up underneath the Eight of Pentacles? That's what I'm talking about. Determination, dedication, creativity. This person's creating these pentacles like a dang blacksmith, but they're wearing blue, which represents intuition, and red pants, which represent passion, right? The blood within your veins. Let's add a bit of oxygen. And the wands aren't just fire. They're creativity. You're being told that this is all working out. You just got to keep going. And make sure from here on out that the sacrifices, if there are any, are healthy, not detrimental. Okay? What's coming up underneath the Wheel of Fortune? The Four of Cups. It can be difficult. Like I was saying before, we like to plan. We like to get all of our ducks in a row. We're told that that's what you do, right? You work hard, you do the things. It works out. But you're not in this alone. Whatever you may believe, you're not in this alone. So make sure that you are open to receive. Make sure that you are open to it looking a bit different than you were expecting. That's the good stuff in life. The most pleasant of surprises. People like to say they hate surprises. I bet you like good surprises, right? It's a lot better than getting a flat tire, right? Don't close yourself off from these possibilities because you're so hyper-focused on what you think is going on. What has all this work been for? What has all this growth and this journey been for if you're not open to the incredible things that are possible? Stop. Make sure that you're not attached to the past, that you've let it go. That's a 4 and a 5 representer right there. What's underneath the moon? There we go. Once again, we have 2 10s on the table. No, tabletop piece, hold on. Dang, fam. Are you catching yourself? Do you keep catching yourself and you're like, Still, red is still involved. That's passion. Sometimes we just need to take a breath. Sometimes you need to take a breath and look back and recognize how far you've come. And just breathe. This is your future, fam. 10s are the end of a cycle, and the end of a cycle means the beginning of a new chapter. Or we're done with that book and moving on to the next one in the series, whichever, right? Don't doubt yourself anymore. Don't hold yourself back anymore because things didn't work out the way you wanted them to before. Well, what if you let go of expectations? What if you recognize that, okay, so there's always more to learn. Lately, my challenge has been the word challenge. You know, when like seeing affirmations and things like that, accepting challenges as opportunities, for example. It's like, get the frick the word challenge, man. But it's just different, right? Be open to the fact that it's different. What obstacles, challenges are not obstacles. They don't have to be. It all depends on how you look at it. Okay? Make sure that you are not holding yourself back. I know, I'm seeing that you're trying. You're trying to make this difference, and maybe things aren't happening in the time frame. Maybe you had this date that a bill was due or something like that, right? And it just went right on by. It just whizzed right on by. Let go of any expectations and throw yourself to the wind, because you have a parachute. You know how to handle things. And you've come so far that it's just different now. And you need to allow that. This is your reminder that everything is still going to work out. Everything is still happening, whether you see it or not. That's just like the general theme for everyone right now. It's been such a time of growth and expansion and evolution, transformation. Stop worrying. That's such a waste of your energy. However it works, whether it's meditation, keeping yourself busy, don't keep yourself too busy. You may miss things, right? Because the rest of your life is calling. It's beckoning you forth, my friend. What's the epilogue to this story? Boosh, that's what I'm talking about. Give in like it's anime, fam. Feel that awe to life again. That joy, that ability to come what may. I got this. Believe in yourself. Don't worry about it. If someone from your past wants to call it foolish, well, then I guess that's another reason why we know they're in your past. They didn't believe in you, fuck them. You believe in you. You're the only one who needs to believe in you. It's nice when others do. When they're like, I don't know what you're doing, but I know you tend to pull things off. So A, or not. You know. You know enough. You don't need to have every little thing illuminated. You don't need to know every freaking detail. That's no fun. Do you think this person gives a rip about plans? They got this little bitty bag. They don't know where they're going, but they know it's gonna be great, right? I like to think of this little dog as their wisdom, their purity and innocence, their ability to still enjoy life and look to the future. Not with complete abandon. There's been too much growth and wisdom gained. I know there are swords. There are swords. Swords representing the past, because lessons learned. Who are you fighting? Does this person look like they're ready for a barroom brawl? Nah. They're in the convertible and the top is down, baby. They got the gorgeous sun on them, pomegranates on their outfit and stuff, the wind in their hair. You really think they're gonna go off a dang cliff? Why the fuck would they do that, dude? Damn. Sorry if you don't like being called dude. I even call my mom dude. I swear it's not personal. Why, yes, I am West Coast. Anyway, moving on. But what's the lining of their outfit, fam. Is it more red? There's really only one card in this whole thing that doesn't have any red, and that's the Ace of Wands. We have air, earth, water, and fire represented. And very, very particular major arcana, let go of your expectations and enjoy the unknown. Get out of the box. It's good to have skills. It's good to master oneself, whatever the heck that means. It's good to have dedication and drive and passion. But no more dark nights of the soul, because quite frankly, enough, you know enough. You know enough. This is a very, very full moon with Yahweh being sprinkled down on the path. There's enlightenment still in, like, look at these sun rays, fam. Like, enlightenment. This is your future. This is your legacy. This is everything working out just fine. No worries. You got this. Because why wouldn't you? You're more than capable. Right? What are the extra notes to this story? That's a love song. It's Christina Perri, 1,000 Years. Might be from one of the Twilight soundtracks. It's time to be brave. It's time to not let anyone take this away. That's when I wrote this note card out, it wasn't about just self-love and learning how to take care of yourself and allow your soul to purr. It's about being open to finding someone who's a soulmate energy. It's been a minute. At least for someone, it's been a minute. Maybe you're not sure if you really know how to be in a relationship anymore. Don't worry about it. Something tells me it's going to work out just fine. You need to give in like it's anime, right? Don't just, jump into whatever with anyone. Again, you've learned. Don't forget what you've learned, but don't let your fears rule over you either. Okay, what's the next one? That's a Lana Del Rey song. Seeing the world lit up as my stage now. And then I think I skipped ahead to the next one, next verse, channeling angels in the new age now. You've been turning to source, whatever that means for you, asking for help, asking for signs, asking for guidance. Please be open to receive it, because as long as you are, you're going to receive and it's all going to work out. Don't ask for help if you're not willing to receive it. But you've already asked for help, so please be willing to receive it, okay? This is not the first time we're seeing Pisces. Who's the Pisces? There are two people who have been very near and dear to me that were Pisces that have passed on. That was an interesting sound. I don't know if you could hear it. Maybe you know a Pisces who has also passed on, and they had their own little hand in this conversation. Hey! Oh, Or maybe you're the Pisces and you just really needed the reminder. You really needed the encouragement, and I'm here for that. I love doing these readings. I love tarot so much. This is so great. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading, for hanging out with me the whole time and receiving the entire message. Ooh, what's the bottom? There we go. That's 3 10s. 3 10s on the table, fam. We're moving on to the new chapter. Thank you for joining me, and always remember that I love you.